So one of the things that I really love is being on a plane or being at a party or being in any kind of unusual social situation, and somebody says to me, "So, what do you do?" And for many, many years, I would be like, I teach movement, I help people. But lately, I feel really good about saying I teach the Feldenkrais method, because more and more people are actually beginning to hear that term and know that it's something they want to know about. You know, the Feldenkrais method has been around for almost 70 years. And it was developed by a man named Moshe Feldenkrais, who took a lot of different disciplines, a lot of different ideas, and put them together into a method for helping us learn, using movement to help us learn. I know that sounds crazy. We think about learning as being in books or listening to teachers, memorizing things. But the fact is that human beings are learning creatures. Think about it. A calf is born and it can stand and walk within minutes. And it takes a human baby almost a year to figure out how to get up on the feet, because we learn through movement. So using movement to improve how I learn not just helps me improve my movement, but it helps me learn how to think better, how to have more emotional resiliency. We learn to be conceptually nimble because we use awareness of the movement to see how we interrupt our own lives with what Feldenkrais used to call parasitic habits, right? As you were learning, you learned how to walk by watching your parents. And perhaps your parents had habits that interfered with your way of learning how to walk freely. Or perhaps you learned how to play the piano or tennis from a teacher who had a particular way of showing you the movement, and yet that didn't work with your body. So now here you are many years later, wanting to move better, wanting to learn a new way. How could you use movement to do that for you? The way the Feldenkrais method works is we use very discrete, sophisticated, subtle movements that are mostly done actually lying down on the floor. Sometimes they're done sitting in a chair. We work with people one-on-one, or we also work in groups, teaching what Feldenkrais named awareness through movement classes, which is what I'll be doing in the course that I'm offering. And the interesting thing is, it's not called awareness of movement. It's not movement awareness. It's awareness through movement. What you're really doing is you're using movement to become more aware of how you are, what your posture is like, what your balance is like, even what your emotions are like, just through studying your facial expressions, how you hold your shoulders, the way you carry yourself through space. You might not think about your movement as being connected to your emotions and your thinking, but if you think about how you move, that's how you move through life. Perhaps you've had a situation where you were standing on a corner looking at, waiting for a friend, for example, that you haven't seen in many, many years, and you can recognize them from behind, from over a block away, just by the way they walk. You know what their personality is like by the way they walk. So we carry everything about ourselves in our movement. It's an easier way to get to know yourself. So in the 7-week course that I'm teaching, we're going to be exploring what I'm calling movement alchemy. So if you think about alchemy as transformation, as an ability to shift in a seemingly magical way, then you'll get the idea that with each movement lesson, we'll explore another way that you can open up to new possibilities within yourself. I hope you can join me. It's going to be an awesome time.